My wife was caught in a web of spider. My three best friends tangled in threads. I am the giant spider. Dear listeners, let's have a look at the story of a husband who catches his wife with his three best friends. We have crossed 1,500 subscribers and are now racing towards our first 2,000. Your one click to subscribe us would go a long way for us. Thank you in advance. Now let's get on with the story. Entering the living room, a mix of confusion and curiosity filled the air. Three familiar cars were parked outside Alexis, Michael's, and Daniel's. These guys were my closest friends for years, and their presence in my home at this hour was perplexing. My wife knew I'd be returning late tonight. What was the reason for their impromptu gathering? As I approached the living room, their hushed whispers stopped me in my tracks. I decided to grab a beer from the refrigerator of people attempt to gather my thoughts. The clinking sound of the bottle opener seemed to punctuate the tension in the room. Taking a deep breath, I entered the space. There she was. My wife, sitting between Alex and Daniel on the couch, and Michael in a chair nearby. A nod of acknowledgement passed between Michael and me as I took my place in another chair, shifting between them all. Have supper? I asked casually, trying to break the ice. Their exchanged glances held a weight that left me uneasy. Emily, my wife, finally mustered the courage to break the silence. I'm sorry about this, Mark, but we need to discuss this openly, she began, her voice tinged with regret. It's killing me to keep this a secret from you, and the guys are feeling dissatisfied with the time I can give them. She went on, expressing her love for me and her hopes for our future together. But then came the revelation that hit me like a cold wave. I've been having sex with Alex, Michael, and Daniel for the last year. She admitted, her words hanging in the air. My reaction? Silence. I took a sip of beer, trying to process the bombshell she just dropped. As she continued, the details unfolded in encounters, secrets, and a system to keep me unsuspecting. I sat there, beer in hand, grappling with a reality I never saw coming. My mind was reeling from the bombshells dropping one after another. My wife, Emily, confessing to a year-long affair with my three best friends, Alex, Michael, and Daniel. The shot turned into disbelief as Emily outlined her desires for our future, a future that involved her continuing these relations with my friends while still being married to me. As Emily finished her unconventional proposal, I couldn't help but express my discontent. Well, Emily, I can't say I'm happy to find out you're cheating on me with three of my friends, and I certainly didn't expect this betrayal from them. Is this your way of telling me you want a divorce? Emily's response caught me off guard. Oh, no, Mark, I want children and to grow old together. I don't want a divorce. What I want is for you to accept this arrangement so we can move forward. We'll still act like a married couple, and in a few months, we can work towards having our first child. Everything will go as usual, except that several times a week, the guys will come and have sex with me. Maybe you can even join us sometimes. I decided it was time to intervene. Enough, I said. This is not something I can just accept without a fight. What do your wives think about this? Do they know? Alex, the lawyer of the group, responded confidently. Our wives don't know anything about this, and they won't find out. I swear if you say a word about this, I will destroy you. I looked at Emily and asked, is this really what you want? Emily nodded. And Alex continued outlining the plan. She made it clear that their secret escapades would continue and our lives would seemingly proceed as normal with occasional interruptions for their encounters. Realizing I was left with little choice, I hesitated, but made a couple of requests. Since you're using my wife, there are a couple of small things I'd like. First, don't use our bed. Use the guest room. And second, our bedroom and bathroom are off limits. Alex smirked triumphantly, seemingly willing to grant these requests. As the bizarre agreement took shape, I couldn't help but feel a sense of resignation, knowing my life was about to take a turn into uncharted territory. The room fell silent as I asserted my boundaries, making it clear that I wanted to be informed of their activities and had the freedom to plan my own absence during their encounters. The unusual negotiation continued with the agreement that they would give me half an hour to leave, suggesting I get a motel room for the night. As I headed to my bedroom to make a phone call, their conversation echoed through the house. To my surprise, they seemed relieved and even amused by the turn of events. Returning to the living room, I made a call to Sarah, Alex's wife, to inform her of their night plans. "Yes, Sarah. They said they would be here all night. I was thinking about your house, but Alex suggested a motel room." I relayed the information. Sarah's response was unexpected. "Top class. Wonderful. I'm thinking about the presidential suite. Call Evie and Jessica and ask them to meet us there." The revelation hung heavy in the air, a sudden turn of events that left everyone in the room stunned. I calmly shared that their husbands had known about their exploits with Emily for the past 6 months. And not only were they aware, but they had also been having their own affairs with me. "While you were having sex with my wife, I was having sex with your wives," I stated, matter-of-factly revealing the intricate web of deceit that had woven its way through our lives. The shock on their faces mirrored the disbelief I had experienced moments earlier. Addressing Emily, I questioned her assumption that I was unaware of her activities. "Did you really think I was working when I came home late? Have you ever wondered why I'm so exhausted when I get home?" As the truth unfolded, it became apparent that their wife had orchestrated this revelation. They discovered their husband's infidelity and decided to involve me in their retaliation. They offered to have sex with me whenever the three of them were engaged in a threesome with Emily. Turning to face my former friends, I dropped another bombshell. "You didn't know your wives were bisexual, did you? They started having sex with each other when they found out about your deception." I emphasized the futility of attempting revenge or seeking a divorce, revealing the existence of photos and videos in a private investigator's report that would tear them apart. I dismissed any concerns about Emily divorcing me, confident that the fallout would be minimal. Before leaving, I proposed another agreement: no DNA testing on any future children. With a final farewell, I walked out the door, leaving behind a room full of shock and disbelief. As I made my way, I contemplated the potential consequences of the day's revelations. Alex may be rich, but Sarah had already secured the services of a formidable divorce lawyer. With a mental shrug, I left them behind, heading into a night filled with uncertainty and the company of 3 women seeking satisfaction. Dear listener, if you have reached this far, please click on the subscribe button. It will be a great help.